Welcome back, guys, and happy new year to you all. Today I'll be teaching you something very interesting. I'm very sure most of you have been wondering, how do they make glowing cursors for various websites, and that's exactly what I'll be teaching you guys today. So how do you make your cursor glow while you are hovering on your website? The first thing you do here is to create a frame. You create an empty frame. Tap F on your keyboard, click anywhere on your screen. Now it has given me 40 by 40 pixel frame. I'm going to lock my constraint and increase it to 64 by 64 pixel frame. Then the next thing I'm going to do right here is I'm going to remove the color of that, or the fill of that frame, making it an empty frame. I'll duplicate this frame by holding my shift and my alt key and dragging it to the side. Then I'm going to create a circle. I'll tap O on my keyboard, I'll create a circle, I'll lock the constraint here and reduce the circle to 40 by 40 pixel circle. I'm going to make it my primary color. Then the next thing I'll do is I'll add an effect and change the effect to layer blur. I'll make it blurry and increase the blur to, like, let's say 50. Yeah, very blurry. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this blurred circle, I'll drop it into my second frame here. Yes, so this second frame, I'm going to unclip the content so the blur circle can span outside the frame. So I have two frames here, one is empty and one is filled with a blurred colored circle. I'll highlight both frames and I'm going to make them a component set, and I'll rename them. This one is default and the second one will be glow. So I'll rename it to glow. Yeah, so this is when it's glowing, this is when it's on default. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I'll copy both frames outside. I'll select both frames, copy them outside and bind them together with an auto layout shift A. I'll reduce the spacing back to 0, no spacing at all. Then the next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this one back to also default. So now I have two default frames here, and let's quickly prototype these frames. I'll click on the first frame, come to prototype, I'll drag my prototype wire. If I should hover on this one, I want it to change to this one. My trigger will be while hovering. So while hovering on this empty frame, I want it to change to this glowing frame here. Smart animate 100 millisecond. Then I'll click on this glowing circle, this glowing frame rather, and I'll drag it back to this default one, and that one will be mouse leave. So the moment my mouse leaves that frame, it should change back to this default frame by smart animate 100 millisecond also. Awesome. So it's as simple as that. Then the next thing I want to do is I'm going to look at the size of my frame here, the size of my page, my website page. Come back to design. The size of my website page is 1440 by 1040. So this auto layout holding these two frames here will be the same exact size as this one, which is 1440 by 1040. So I'll click on this auto layout, I'll make it 1440 by 1040. Yes, so now I have my auto layout, which is the same size as my page here. I'm going to align it to the top left side. Then the next thing I'm going to do is that auto layout, I'm going to give it wrap, which means because I'm going to duplicate these frames, so as I'm duplicating, the moment it gets to the end of this auto layout, it should come back to the bottom and start all over again while I'm duplicating. That's the meaning. So I'm just going to change this auto layout to wrap here. Then I'll click on one of those frames and I'll just hold down my Ctrl D to keep duplicating. So I'll just keep duplicating. Just hold down your Ctrl D to keep duplicating until it fills up the whole page. Yes, that is exactly what we need. We want it to fill up the whole page. Yes, and once it is done, we have a page filled with our empty frames here. And the next thing I'll now do is I'll drag this auto layout, I'll bring it inside my hero section frame. I'll align it to the center horizontally and vertically. Then I'll take it to the back of everything inside my hero section. What's the shortcut for that? The key immediately after your letter P on your keyboard, that's unusual, or let me say that the sharp open bracket key is to send it to the back. So I'll just tap that key once and it has sent it to the back of everything inside this hero section. Now let's see if this works. So I'll just click on this and I'm going to play the prototype. I'm going to present it. Let's see if it works or not. Yes, guys, can you see what we have here? It's working perfectly. So that is how to design your glowing cursor in Figma. All you just need to do is just create a frame, duplicate your frame, make one empty and make the other one hold your glowing circle, and you fill in your whole hero section or your whole website with the auto layouts of these frames, and while you are hovering it gives you the glow. You guys can see it's very simple and easy to achieve. Let me know if this is useful in the comment section. Drop a like, drop a comment, please share my page, and don't forget to subscribe. And also let me know whatever you still need help with in future. Thank you guys.